Hi, welcome to My America Unfiltered. This is Kevin back with you again. I want to thank everyone that stopped and viewed my channel, my videos, like, subscribe, and I hope to gain more followers and maybe I can bring some more interesting insight to your life. But at this point, I want to start off by saying this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. And based on my theories, on my personal opinion, I see a lot of crazy shit going on. It's crazy. And the crazy thing about it is, I sit back 2 months, 3 months ago when I got to thinking about why did Donald Trump want this ballroom so bad? He wants it for a reason. I looked at someone, I said, he wants that ballroom to be so secured because I don't think he's planning on leaving this administration. I think he's planning on confining himself in a bunker that's going to be heavily guarded and heavily armed so he can't be removed, regardless of what the people say. And he's already making himself immune to everything because he's doing exactly what he's been doing since he's stepped foot into office, doing what he wants to do. So bad ain't gotten here yet. It's going to get worse on top of worse, sir. I think this is going to be one of them presidentials that everyone's sitting back saying how they regret this and regret that for voting for Trump, that he wasn't supposed to be like this. He was supposed to help the American people and lower prices and everything. All that's bullshit. All they wanted was that one chance to get back in that office so he could destroy the evidence and the documentation of the Epstein case with the victims and mislead the United States with every narrative he could throw to convince everyone that he was not involved in that situation. And it clearly states his name in it more times than, like Ben Marcellus says, Jesus' name's mentioned in the Bible. So, with that being said, the United States is crumbling, and China and Russia is enjoying it. They're loving every second, along with Kim Jong Un in North Korea. They love it. They love it. They've been waiting for this to happen for the last couple of decades. This is their dream. It's happening in real time. And they know they ain't got to do nothing. They're not doing nothing. But I suspect them to be flooding money to some source of some sources of some sources that's having an impact on all this shit the way it's happening. Maybe I'm wrong. But another thing, these wars that's going on, look at this war. That Iran shit ain't done yet. There's no deal being made and it's going to get worse. It's going to happen. One way or another, they're going to make it worse. Israel's going to make it worse. Because no matter how much Trump wants to distance himself with it, he's itching to get in Cuba right now. He's been wanting to go in Cuba. Hell, he's even said it, he's coming. He could do anything he wants to with it. So what you think's going to happen next? He's going after Cuba next. Without even resolving Iran. Iran's not even being resolved, and he's going to entangle the United States in another war with Cuba, where one of them crazy countries over there is going to end up pushing nuclear bombs over there in Cuba to strike the U.S. Now that's when it's going to get real. Because if you can remember back, that same situation was happening, and it like to have been a nuclear bomb that was dropped, and it like to have been bad many, many, many years ago. The Cuban crisis, whatever that was. But I can tell you one thing, you got a bunch of idiots that's in charge of the country that ain't got no sense at all, that'll react before they even think about what they should or could have had done to get a different outcome, and they'll be reacted and did something so dramatic that it's going to change and shake the world. Not for the better. It's sad, and maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. I hope and pray I don't know what I'm talking about. But I'd like for y'all to sit back and watch this video and say, whoever that guy is that calls himself Kevin on the America Unfiltered, My America Unfiltered, he knows what he's talking about. He's predicting things. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I predicted a lot of things that I spoke in existence before it's even happened several times that I turned out to be right. Might have not been word for word how I worded it, but the similarities and pretty much the same outcome was in the end that Donald Trump has been doing. I'm a very good person at reading things. I read things and predict all outcomes before they even happen. So that way I try to prepare myself to know that what's the next thing that could possibly happen, so I don't be so shocked when I hear that it happened. I'm more or less, I knew that was going to happen, or I knew it was going to happen almost like that because I spoke about it. But I do like to speak about things because the accuracy of my opinions, and some may call them conspiracies, which I don't think they are. It's happening in real time. Watch here shortly how soon he goes into war. I ain't going to say war, but how soon he goes in to invade Cuba and try to take over Cuba, and they're going to go after the high-ranking government officials that's in there. They're going to try to wipe them out so they can control Cuba. That's not fair. That ain't who we are as America. That ain't what we do. We don't do stuff like these third world countries and China and Russia. And I mean, China ain't even got to that point yet, which I know they're on the verge of wanting to take Taiwan. But that's at any time as well. But I think Donald Trump's going to pull the trigger on something else. And I think that's when you see Putin's already trying to take Ukraine, and when he can't take it, he's trying to destroy it. But he's trying to bomb them into submission. He wants them to surrender so he can take over and not destroy everything. But much respect for the Ukrainian soldiers and everyone that's been supporting Ukraine and helping them fight for their sovereignty. But I can say, look at the gas. The gas is out of control. When I say out of control, I think we were some of the last few states that was maybe getting hit with the super high prices, which is South Carolina. Now gas is going towards $5 a gallon. You could go put $50 worth in your car and you'd be lucky to get a half a tank. Yeah. Or $62, $63 was filling my tank up. So I hope the American people see the trouble that this administration's caused and all the corruptness and all the misleading the public and conning, manipulating. I'm assuming they're stealing billions, if millions and billions of dollars of the taxpayer money. Allegedly, that's what they've been saying everywhere. But it's sad. We're in a different time. America, you better open your eyes. Things is getting really, really bad. And I want to say, I hope nothing don't happen with Cuba, and I hope that Donald Trump leaves all that stuff alone and try to help the American people get the prices down and the gas prices down and help the American people. All these drug boats they've been blowing up or was blowing up. Oh, we big on drugs, getting the drugs out the United States. We don't want it coming in our country. How many times has they stopped and said, we're opening a drug treatment center to help the American people that's got these horrible addictions? We want to help get these Americans off the drugs so we ain't got to worry about them. Even if the drugs is over here, they ain't going to mess with them. Nobody ain't taught to no drug addicts or hadn't done nothing towards no drug addicts. So the bullshit about they worried about the drugs killing people is a fucking excuse of I want to kill a bunch of people. That's all it is. Excuse my language, I apologize. But this is some sickening shit to be seeing that your highest power in the United States is doing. and not caring about how they harming the American people or how they're financially living and how they're struggling and not being able to put food on their counter, not being able to. I got to pay my lights. I got to pay my rent. I can't eat nothing tonight. I got to go get $1.50 burger. That's gonna have to hold me for 2 days or a day. I got to get some bottle of water from somewhere because my water got cut out. Now my lights is about to get cut out. I ain't got no way to get no lunch for work this week. Now I got to figure out a way to get to work because I ain't got no gas. So where that middle class was in the middle, if you wasn't sitting on a cushion of a savings at this point, I know you starting to feel the wrath. Even if you was, your savings is starting to take an impact. Even if you were sitting on a small cushion. But guess what? That was for a lot of people that was holding that for if an emergency occurred. If something happened that they needed some extra funds, they wouldn't have to go head over heels in debt to try to take care of. Or some people's unfortunate enough not even to be able to get no loans and can't borrow nothing. So that's all they had to rely on. So therefore, that money's being threw off and gasoline and trying to make it with the groceries as expensive as it is now. 2 bags, 3 bags. I went to Walmart, $109.16. I like to fell out for 3 bags of food. They was big bags, like full bags. When I tell you a little thing of beef hamburger meat was 20 something dollars, 26, $27. It was so bad I looked at it several times before I even calculated to even convince myself to buy it. I said, what the is going on? The same thing I was getting for $16, $17. I'm going to be honest with you. If we don't help to vote these senators out of power, the Republican ones, and put some good people in there, some people that don't want to sell their soul for $1 or don't want to change Trump's diaper, them's the type of people you need to be in there. Like, I'm no fan of a Republican, but if I chose one, I'd choose one to be like how the curve is right's right, wrong's wrong. If it ain't right for the American people, it ain't right with me. If that's what you stand by, then we're on the same level. But with that being said, I'm gonna drop another video here in a few, and maybe I could touch bases with some more things and share some more information and break some more things down. Hopefully I see some of y'all, or y'all be able to see another one of my videos, hopefully. And it really means a lot if you could take the time and stop and view this channel, or at least this video. Like, subscribe, It really means a lot. I just hope the Lord has mercy on the American people, because we're going to need it. We're needing it now, but it's going to be really needed here shortly. I hope everyone have a nice, great evening. I'll be dropping another video shortly. Thanks, I'm out. Peace.